Hello, y'all on YouTube. This is Rob from Rob's Nerdy Knives. Today I have a part two of a four-part series that I have on my 2022 Knives of the Year. Now I'm going to be talking about what I would call kind of like the mid-grade, between budget and a higher-end knife. Um, we're talking around the $150 range, $100 to $150 range, probably $130 to $150, maybe $160 range. That's where I would consider that. Is borderline budget, but it's borderline nicer knife. I have four in contention this year that are in my collection that really I think are contenders. And let's just jump right into it. So, number four this year is going to be a knife that I have. It's not a new one, but it's something that's been around. But this version, this exclusive, is new for this year. And they just started re releasing some. This is the traditional pocket knives QSP Penguin. Really great little knife. It's about 130, 140 bucks now, I think, because it's M390 steel. This is jigged, milled titanium scales, milled deep pocket carry clip. Action on this is ridiculous. Now, you can get this in a budget-friendly version. I did make the mini Penguin, one of the top, I think it was number 5 for budget knife of the year. This could easily fall in with that. You could replace that with the QSP mini Penguin or the Penguin. But this is more of a dressed up higher end version. I really like this. And if you get a chance, go check out traditionalpocketknives.com. They have some great versions of this over here, both in the mini, the regular, and the plus. Really nice little knife. I really enjoyed this. Definitely one of my favorite for contention of the year. Call it number 4. Another one, I don't think it's necessarily new, but it was new to me, and I discovered this on Amazon. I love this version. I'm going to eventually dye these scales. There is a carbon fiber version. It's a little more expensive, but this is the Wii Sakshi, and that's not the same as the Civivi Sakshi. I think that's a little different, but this is the Wii version. This is titanium. It's CPM 20CV steel. It's titanium liners, titanium deep carry pocket clip, and titanium standoffs, and blade is just a beautiful grind, flat grind, really nice. Liner lock. It's almost like a full liner. I mean, it's I don't know. It looks like you could take these off and it could be scales really, but technically is a liner, but sort of scales. I don't know. I heard somebody call it something else, but it's a flipper. And then because it has the fuller, really wonderful to reverse flick. This is one of those knives that I keep picking up and carrying and flipping a lot and just enjoy carrying because it's so useful and ergonomic and comfortable. So I really like this. It seems very simple and plain. It's sort of like just a little nicer Elementum to me. And I really like this. I like the feel and design. I really like the pocket clip is really nice. I don't know if you can see that. Let's get a little focus on that. Has just a perfect kind of lip here. It doesn't go too far over like some of the Wii Civivi clips do, and just flips really wonderfully. So this is a really fun knife for me, and I'm going to call that the number 4. Not budget, but semi-budget, semi-nice knife of the year. All right, number 2. Now this is one that came out pretty recently, but it is another fantastic design. It's by Ben Peterson. It's the Wii Big Banter. I really like this. The value you get out of this is just phenomenal. It's really close between these two, honestly. I think I could swap those depending on the day out, but both of them are fantastic. Again, this is CPM 20 CV steel, great steel, black PVD. The action on this one is just ridiculous. I mean, it drops, and because of the finger choil, you don't have to worry about guillotining your finger, cutting yourself. Really nice, can roll it out really nicely, and the grip is just fantastic, and you can choke up and really work this knife nicely. Just so functional and so useful. Deep pocket carry clip, steel liners with a liner lock, which works really well, and easy to engage because they actually had a little cutaway. You can see that. You can actually get to that. It's the only thing I don't like about the Wii Banter. The Wii Banter probably would have been on here because I acquired that this year. I actually had the carbon fiber, and now I have the G10. The reason why I rebought that one is because I think they're called unlocked component scales. They are coming out with some carbon fiber ones that are contoured, and they have a cutaway for this, which is really what I was looking for, and I think it would make it a fantastic knife. So this right here is going to be my number 2 mid, above budget, but below, nice knife of the year. I would call it semi-nice knife. I don't know if there's such a category, but I'm going to call it my category number 2, or I guess it would be 3 if you have 4 categories. Number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4. I'm really not in the top tier category. I don't buy knives in that realm, at least not right now in my journey, but this is what I have. So that's number two. Really, really great knife. Again, all of these I think are fantastic. That's why they're in my collection. They're going to stay in my collection. I enjoy them a lot. My number one category, number three, above budget but below, nice knife of the year. I call it budget nice, a nice budget knife. I guess you could call it a nicer than budget knife. Maybe we'll call it that, nicer than budget knife. Is something that I got from Caviso. It was an exclusive, and they actually had one version of it, and then they re-released it, and it's the Ray Laconico collab that they did with Caviso. This is the Keen. Just such a smooth. Now it's dirty because I use it, fingerprints everywhere, scratched up and everything, but the action on this is just ridiculous. So easy to work and so smooth. I love this thing. The flipper doesn't have any jimping on there, but the design is perfect. It's so easy. You can push button it, you can light switch it, and it works beautifully, and the action is just gorgeous. This is really my, I guess we call it semi nice, it's number one for me in this category. I'll just say that. Just because of so many ergonomics. I carry this so often, and I find myself having to avoid always reaching for this knife. The ergonomics, the size, everything is just so wonderful. The clip doesn't dig in. Just a great knife. Check out my review if you're ever curious about any of these. I've reviewed most of all of these knives. If not, there will be reviews coming out. But here we have number 4, number 3, number 2, number 1. These are my my budget, semi-nice budget knives of the year, or whatever you call it, or above budget but below nice knives of the year. So they're my budget nice knife of the years, I guess you could call it. Anyways, I'm new to this, my first time, so hopefully you're at least getting a little entertainment out of this, because we all start somewhere and we all learn a little bit. So that's what I'm doing here. But these are my 4. What are yours in this category, between like about $130, $160? Feel free to comment down below. I'd love to hear your comments, if any of these made your list, or if any of these are things you're interested in, or you have them, and what your thoughts are. I love these knives for what I use and how I use them. I'd love to hear from you. And I appreciate you guys checking in today. If you like my channel and you like this video, maybe consider subscribing and hitting the like button, and maybe even hitting the, the notification button, so that you can get more alerts about some of the new videos when they come out, if you want to keep up with this channel. And then if you like this content, maybe check me out on Instagram at robs_nerdy_knives. That's robs_nerdy_knives. I sure would appreciate it. I appreciate you checking in today and giving this video a look. And again, love to hear from you. Thanks so much. Have a great day and a great week. Bye.